All right. So this is, I believe the person that submitted it said this list came from Aaron Barrage, but I don't really keep track of those things. Ownership of lists is whatever. I like how clean this list looks. Got a good solid real decks have curves here on Twitch. Some good ones, some good twos, some good threes, some good fours. One thing that's kind of cute in this deck is we've got the smallest of black splashes in the mana base, so that way we can spectacle Rix Maadi on occasion. Anax, Hardened in the Forge, is a card that's been super impressive, especially alongside both Embercleave and Torbran. This card pumps out a lot of damage very quickly. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches here with this and see how it goes. Does this deck slaughter Simic, Bob? Do you know what the demographic is that watches you on Twitch? So Twitch doesn't provide estimated demographic data, but YouTube does. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch is probably pretty close to the YouTube demographic. I think last I checked, YouTube estimates about half of my audience is like men between ages 25 and 34. You can always find the deck list by typing !deck in chat. If you're ever wondering what a card is. I feel attacked. I think we just go like bin. 1 to 5 here. Could Scorch Spitter on 1. Opponent also went to 5. Oh no! Oh no! Nothing quite says Magic Arena variants like queuing up with basic mountains and immediately playing against Healer's Hawk. Feels Magic, man. Feels Magic, man. Yeah, like, where's the control deck now that we switched to the basic mountains? Alright, chat, life's too short. I'm gonna go ahead and play the next match. I ain't got time for that. My rank doesn't matter this season. Ain't nobody. See, don't play mountains. To be fair, Bob, the mono white deck's pretty good against the Simic deck too. Oh, man. Pete Buttigieg really turned into a clown of a candidate, didn't he? There's a quote that came across my Twitter timeline that he's worried that the progressive candidates could alienate GOP voters. I think he's adorable that he thinks GOP voters could vote for a Democrat. You'd be surprised how much life the mono white deck can gain. Alright, I think with the untapped land here, we just attack for 2, and we stomp their face. Yeah, I agree, Doctor. Just skip the matches that are miserable, play the ones you enjoy. Life's short. Why does he keep pulling so well? He's only really pulling well in places he's pumped a lot of money into. Like, he spent a lot of money in Iowa. Not like Steyer or Bloomberg money, but a considerable amount. He's also like a reasonable centrist. He's the not Joe Biden centrist candidate. Correct. Iowa often sets the stage for the rest of it. So dumping, he seems to be running a good campaign in terms of like what he's doing in that way. In terms of being an opportunistic, whatever you want to call it, pivoting his platform based on what he thinks will get him the most votes, you know. Centrist GOP candidates don't matter. The Democrats ran a centrist candidate in 2016, and that's how we got Trump. Electing a do-nothing, status quo centrist Democrat would be an incredible mistake. Really, really hope a centrist doesn't get the nom. That's also true. I'm not sure that centrist GOPers exist. None of the GOP members in Congress right now or the Senate are voting to do anything to check Trump, so he's kind of just taken over the party. Hey, thank you for the very generous tier 3 resub. Is it Wizard? Red cards, blue politics. I love your stream. That's an appropriate username for that comment. All right, what am I cutting here? So I guess I don't really know what they're doing. So they showed us blue-black cards and then they died. I don't know how much life gain they had. Maybe this is wrong. I feel like Chandra's probably appropriate to bring in because she can grind a little bit. If their deck's going to be really interactive, Rimrock Knight's probably something I can cut because if they kill the thing I'm trying to pump in response, I lose my adventure creature. So I'm not 100% sure what they're doing, so I'm going to board kind of minimally. Just swap 2 of these for 2 Chandra. The people that used to be called centrist Republicans are now the people that show up on the news as former congressmen. Yeah, that's a good... A lot of them have bailed. Yeah, a lot of them have bailed out. I don't know that Unchained Berserker is good in this deck. Obviously, my sample size is small, but like, we had a red deck draw 2 Unchained Berserkers against the mono white aggro deck, and we still killed them anyways. Yeah, this deck's not a super good Frenzy or Light Up the Stage deck, because if you look at the curve in our deck, it just goes up higher. And like, those are cards that kind of excel in decks that have lower curves. Oh, did they show us Othakaya? Yeah, you're right. They totally showed us Othakaya. Listen, chat, they died so quickly it was a blur. That's pretty good. The thieves in the main are weird. Kinda surprised they left that in against us. Like, I'm not boarding Bonecrusher Giant out, right? Alright, my friends are gone. You've killed them all. Are you happy? Are you pleased with yourself? 37 in a row. It's honestly impressive. 37 Twitch primes concurrently is impressive. Like, means you never missed it. You on the ball, Incendium. I appreciate you. Cleave ho! Cleave's also like really good on Phoenix. Just because like it can pump up the bump up the wump up the jam. Tax season starts tomorrow. Time for the IRS to check if I was naughty or nice. Yeah, I gotta start collecting all those documents. I always owe the government money at the end of the year with this job, so I wait. I usually wait till the end of the season to file. I can wait as long as possible to pay them. Farsight, thanks for the 14 months. Lucas Dragon, thank you for the 14 months. The black mana is purely for spectacling Rix Maadi. So we are basically mono red. The black lands are just a small hedge so we can spectacle Rix Maadi on occasion. Gotta find all those business. I've got plenty of good spreadsheets. I log all my expenditures throughout the year. Very, very well organized. My plan is to be poor, so there's no way that the government is interested in checking me out. That's actually not true. So you're actually more likely to be audited when you're poor than someone who's really wealthy, because the IRS, generally speaking, doesn't have the resources they need to audit people who can afford lawyers. So it's much easier for them to audit poor people than it is for them to audit people who are probably doing things they shouldn't be. Hey, sounds good. Is it, Wizard? I actually didn't spend any money on Magic the Gathering Online in 2019. Which is impressive. I bought like 300 tickets at the end of 2018 and then just like have been floating on those since then. I think I'm just ditching the Rimrock Knight. I don't have a source for that offhand, Bilbo. Feel free to cite something. Am I up or down in those 300 tickets? I think I'm in the range of like 200 sitting on my account. So I've spewed a little bit, but like spewing 100 tickets over the course of more than a year is like not bad considering what I do here for work. Well, Phoenix flies over this, and then we'll be able to cleave through it next turn, so that's nice. Two things I will never understand about the US is your personal tax and healthcare systems. I can explain them very easily. The people who make lots of money off of the existing tax and healthcare systems write the laws for those things. So all you need to understand is that the people who have money make things crappy for the people that don't. And if you'd like to change that living in the United States in 2020, you should make sure you're registered to vote in your primary and vote for Bernie Sanders. Hashtag feel the burn. Embercleave might let us kill this before it kills something, so that's nice. Yeah, Vraska getting to eat the cat is pretty good. Hopefully they don't chump block. Perfect. Getting Embercleave onto the bird is great because of the bird's activated ability. Unless they have like main deck disfigure here, Vraska should be dead. I like my stream title, how I like my steak, medium red. Excellent. Just a flesh wound. Was Champion free to play? Yes. Yes, that is a good catch. Thank you for pointing that out. So this has haste, so it would have attacked, so it would have made Embercleave 1 cheaper, so I could have spent my 4 mana to the same result there, playing this last turn. Alright, so they've got a whole lot of nothing going on. Do. And then they're actually just dead next turn to land double pump Phoenix, right? So they take 10 here down to 14, and next turn this will attack for 18. I guess they could make food here. Now, I guess with Cat plus making food, they're probably fine. Fabled Passage taps for mana with Dryad out. That's funny. Please expand on Bloomberg and Steyer as to why or why not. I think it's very important that Bloomberg and Steyer do not win the primary, because we need to deliver a message to any other would-be billionaires out there that you're not allowed to buy the elections in the United States. Let's start with that fundamental philosophical message that's important to send in the primary to those people. Korvald's a very good draw. That might get them through this. Yeah, Trump ads show up on my YouTube channel on occasion too. I used to get annoyed that Trump ads showed up on my YouTube channel, but then I thought about it a little bit more, and in a way, Trump ads showing up on my YouTube channel is like Trump paying me money to sit here and call him a bigot and a pathological liar. So when I think about it from that perspective, I think I'm actually okay with his ads appearing on my channel. Now, to Bloomberg's credit, and we'll see if this ends up being the case, Bloomberg did go on the record stating that he would be pouring his own money into whoever the nominee is. So if Bloomberg wants to spend, piles of his own money to help get Bernie Sanders elected, that would be great. More power to him. God, this card is so good in their deck. It's super powerful. They have a Murderous Rider here. We're just dead. Hey, thank you for the 36 months of being here in Hoaglandia, Jin. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Attacking with something else doesn't matter because they have Cauldron Familiar. This is a free equip, right? Yeah, but having blockers on the backswing is also important here, chat, for people asking why I wasn't more aggressive. Like, I am at 7, and they're dealing 2 to me every turn. So, like, hitting with other things is not free here. Yeah, we're just super dead. Yeah, the odds, like, their first Korvald drew what? Like, over half a dozen cards? I think I'm supposed to pull up here. That's a pretty clean sideboard play, and these 8 out, Lava Coil, Scorching Dragonfire, Spyglass, Tibalt in. The problem with this is it's basically just a removal spell. I think my general game plan is kill them before they get to that point. But I don't know that we're necessarily aggressive enough to do that, so maybe I do need to be able to do that. Yeah, Corval's super strong. For sure. It's not a lot of reach, Sabin. They're gonna sacrifice it to the oven. So all it does is kill their Corval. Because you target it, they sack it to the oven. If they weren't playing oven, I would agree with you that we should bring it in against a large threat. But they are playing 4 ovens. Corval's on a buy a box promo, right? He's like some special EDH thing or brawl thing, right? If I recall correctly, I don't do a lot of paper magic, but I thought he was not buy a box. Get that cat out of here. Meow that. Crunch. Feels mono red man. Feels mono red man. So that's what happened when the cat doesn't come back, right? Hey, Jace, thanks for the 34 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Sure. They're going to lead on the oven first this time. Ooh, Spyglass is a good draw. Let's not talk about that stain of a human being, Naya. People like that basically solely exist to thrive on people talking about them. So they're kinda out of gas, but they also have Trail of Crumbs here to start churning through their deck. We'll see if we can apply enough pressure here before they recover. Yep. That's great, Lucho. By decking them. I think I'm in for some Thane here. This is a 0/3 that gets power equal to your devotion to red. When it or another non-token creature we control dies, we get a 1/1 red satyr that can't block. And if that creature had power 4 or more, we get 2 satyrs instead. Yes, this card's very good with Embercleave. Very, very good. Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't kill my Anax. They're just gonna have a real bad time here now. They did not respect our threat. Like, Thane comes down next turn and cranks this up to a 9-4. Like, good luck, Godspeed. Yeah, sort of an 11-4.
Dad, hold on working yet.
I'm not. What you doing? I'll let you know when I'm done, dude.
Well, when?
When? Later.
Well, at 5:40 you're me done?
Okay, love you. Yep. Oh, Declan. Declan is coaching at that chick. Sorry, apologize for the outside assistance. Try and keep things a little bit tighter moving forward. Definitely not looking for another one of those. Pretty sure we just go ahead and Rimrock the Scorch Spitter here. Gosh, nice Simic deck. This is satisfying. Just like, good luck, Godspeed. Come on. Play a Leafkin Dread. Play a Paradise Dread. Oh no! Not Leafkin. How will we ever win the game now, chat? Oopsie poopsie. So, they thought they were gonna get to block that for free, right? They messed up. But opponent, you didn't even let me play my Embercleave, opponent. Come back. Come back, opponent. When do I get to play my Embercleave? I think we actually just click submit here, huh? None of these cards on the sideboard look particularly good. Just claim the firstborn, you get a spot in the sideboard against the Simic matchup, because you can take Uro and Giant Creases. I don't know if it's necessary. I think you're asking the wrong question. You're not asking, you don't want to ask if we should do that. You want to ask if we need to do that. That's the key. Don't ask if you should. Don't ask if you can. Ask if you should. Maybe I'm supposed to be greedy and discard a land there. right, they have a better start this game. Obs should have discarded a land. Well, the good news is I can kill that, right? That's the good news. Till the Aether gusts me this turn, that is. All right, chat. Beep, beep. Double one drop on the play. Let's do it. Let's draw another Fervent Champion on 2, huh? A Boreal Grazer! Oh, no. Not a Mox Diamond that blocks, chat. It's my one weakness. Blocks Diamond. Wow, I'm really surprised they didn't just, Huh? Really surprised they didn't just play a 5/5 this turn. Okie doke. So sits for 10 next turn. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. Alright, dead. Kinda feel like we're dead. I guess it only takes 3 cards to escape. They don't have anything good to get back out of their bin. Hey, Jive, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Could Spectacle the Reveler? Actually can't. So the Phoenix doesn't deal damage to them if I don't pump it. So Spectacling Reveler there doesn't really accomplish anything. Or we can't Spectacle Reveler. Don't Hydrate Crisis me. Don't Hydrate Crisis me. Don't Hydrate Crisis me. I could have equipped Embercleave. So, I could use Castle to trade with their Lovestruck Beast there. I think it's better to just get my Phoenix back this turn, so that way next turn I can draw, land, equip, pump, attack. So if they block with Grazer, I'm only dealing 12, so they're not dead. So if they don't block with Krasis, I'm not pumping, because then I'll play this. If they block with Krasis, we'll pump up the jam here and kind of cut through them. So if they block like this, I'll play Rix Maadi out as a chump blocker, and then we can kill them in the air next turn, assuming they have nothing. We are dead to any amount of interaction here, so we're just kind of hoping they don't have it. I think they're supposed to block like this. So I could have done 4 more by pumping. Obviously that's not enough to win, and then we're done on the backswings. Let's not do that. Really wanted to draw a 1-drop creature there, so that way we could have 2 blockers and not be dead to an Aether Gust. So they're dead, right? I block here. I go to 1. Am I going to 1? I think I'm going to 1, right? I block 5. I take 10, 11, 14. Swish. Swish, chat. Swish.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Nothing but net. One confirmed, different number than 0. If you don't end the game at 1 life, you didn't use all your resources optimally. Obviously. Life's a resource, right? I heard a good Magic player say that one time. Swish is one of my favorite sports ball terms. Nothing but net means you don't hit the rim of the basketball hoop. Gonna bottom that, looking for lands 3-4. Think I play old Rimmer here on 2, and then we can play this on 3 and haste it with him. Could also be right to just like play Fervent Champion and plus it. How much longer am I going for today? I don't know. I think this might be my last one. I plan to do like 9.5, 10 hours tomorrow, so might just take it easy today. I went to an NBA game once. It was awful. Everyone scored so much. It was only the last 2 minutes that actually mattered. Wild. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flash deck. Ballista Heliod combo and Kisis seems really sweet. I agree that lots of sweet things are bad. I don't think jamming that combo into Kisis really improves anything that you're already doing. The thing I would like to do in Kisis is I think playing Uro is very good in that archetype, most likely, just because it makes your fair game plan good while also like drawing you cards towards your unfair game plan. Adding Walking Ballista into a deck that's already incredibly tight on slots doesn't seem very good. Hey, Prom Dates. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday wherever you're at. If they have a wolf into a counterspell here, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. They're still really high. Yeah. Like, they're just going to have 2 blockers here now. Like, if they have a counterspell, I can't get Torbran down to punch through. No, it wasn't very good, Seth. Cat Oven Trail of Crumbs is just not competitive in Pioneer. Yeah, this is part of the problem with trying to play aggro decks in this format. Is I feel like even the last match we played right against the Simic deck, like we beat them pretty handily in the first game, but like the post-board games are real nail biters. These decks are just so incidentally good against aggro. It feels like we have a hard time without them spending a lot of effort. Yeah, the combo decks are much better in matchups like this. In fact, the reason why these red aggro decks can be kinda competitive in these matchups is because we have combo draws, right? Like, Embercleave basically makes us a combo deck. I mean, they're not even a mid-range deck, Bone. Like, they're a ramp deck, just a little bit of a different distinction. But yeah, like, Love Struck Beast is just so good against what decks like this are trying to do. They just, like, don't have any good attacks until we draw an Embercleave. And, like, the Nightpack Ambusher might actually, like, let them get out of range of that, too. Yeah. Yeah, we did. I don't feel like we really have sideboard cards for these games. I guess Lava Coil's okay. I'm going to trim my more expensive card here. Thanks, Legacy Guy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Fast combo or aggressive decks that can grind. I mean, Green Stompy with Great Henge in it probably falls into that category, huh? We just Rimrock on 2. Just get my 3-1 into play. Probably go Mountain, Bonecrusher on 3. With regards to what? Fist Pump? Green aggro is probably the best aggro deck in Pioneer right now. You tend to play Great Henge. Some of them have a black splash in them. Okay, we got 2 threats down. I am also sad that Blue Red Eldrazi didn't feel good enough, but I'm like also not really surprised. Like elves are really good. Not playing elves is a decent mistake, I feel. It's the part where we Nissa and then none of our cards matter anymore. I was also to dive into Pioneer, but Elves has to be as observational. Alright, let's start by attacking. Let's see if this Embercleave can do anything. Maybe I'm supposed to play an untapped land here in case they bounce one and enter combat. Yeah, especially on the Play Violet journey. Cleave home! Holy gosh, this is just gonna work? What? Are you dead? Nice! Nice! Well, that was a pleasant surprise. It's exciting. Never not dead to Teamer Battle Rage, huh, chat? I'm so confused. I'm not used to my spells resolving in a position like that. Is my opponent's deck broken? Do you think they can file for comp? I feel like they should consider filing for compensation. Has to be a bug, right? I'm bidding Lava Coil or Phoenix here. Neither. Got it. Got it good. Getting a quench out of their hand with our 2-drop feels good. Just want to like keep the game chugging along. Yep.
Witness the ties that bind us all. The land fights for us.
You know, I messed this up. I should have just Lava Coiled their 3-3 and then stomped this. And then Nissa would be at 3 right now, only going to 4, and I'd be able to pump this, kill her. So yeah, Nissa should be 1 loyalty lower here if I had played better. Which is relevant considering how much attack my Phoenix can have in the air next turn.
Harness the elements.
Well, that looks like they have nothing left so far. That's good for us. That's a thing they could have left. So we're gonna get another 3-3 here. And then, like, I could kill the Nissa next turn, I guess. But I'm just, like, dying to these lands.
Shall conquer you.
They'd start scrying 2 per turn. So they'd have 1 less 3-3. And I'd be at 11 in a much better spot if I had sequenced my removal spells correctly the previous turn. The owl is cute. I agree. I think he's my favorite pet that they've had so far. Got to 5 wins with the Esper deck you played a couple days ago. It's really fun. Yeah, I agree, Gargoyle. We actually had someone re-add that one back to the queue. It's gonna be running through that one again here shortly. We're dead, right? I think I'm gonna be done with this one and for the day. This deck was pretty mediocre. I feel like the only real meaningful thing this deck has going for it is Embercleaving people. And I feel like this was far from the best Embercleave deck I've played in the format. Like, yeah, like this was like the only impressive thing this deck was doing. And I think I'd rather just be strapping it to a Regisaur or a Knight of the Ebon Legion. So this one's a bit of a miss for me overall. All right, I'm gonna call it an early day today. I'm planning to do a long day tomorrow. I think I'm gonna confirm my schedule and then tweet it out, but I'm planning to be live Monday through Friday this week, and then I'm gonna take next weekend off. So we're gonna work a bunch of days in a row because y'all are great. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Remember, if you have your own standard decks that are sweet that you'd like to see played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to send them using the form on my website. I'll be back tomorrow morning with some Pioneer into Standard. We'll be getting back to more Historic later next week as well. So thanks for hanging out, and everybody enjoy the rest of your Sunday, wherever you're at.